Welcome back to the Fastbreak Kids. I am Wiley here with Jared. And Jared, the NBA season is here. It is back. It is marvelous indeed. That means more fantasy basketball woes. All right, question number one, Jared. Are the Denver Nuggets capable of challenging the Golden State Warriors in the West?
I did not see the game last night. I would say no. No. Because they predicate their whole team off of Gary Harris. I don't think he's going to stay that great.
I'm going to say this, though. Will Barton didn't even play in that game. Will the Thrill was not on the court.
Will the Thrill is also kind of one of those players that, like, you never know. He's kind of inefficient sometimes. So sometimes he takes away just as much as he adds. They have Paul Millsap. He's healthy. He looks good if he stays healthy. Nuggets fans like talking on Reddit like how they wouldn't trade Gary Harris for Devin Booker straight up.
So
stop.
Bonus question here.
Idiots.
Bonus question then. Are the Nuggets the Western Conference Toronto Raptors? They're good. They're very good, capable of beating anybody on a regular season basis, but in the playoffs they're just not going to get it. I wouldn't wish that
upon anybody. If they go to the playoffs and fold immediately, then they're the Toronto
Especially if they play LeBron. Is this the year Anthony Davis gets to the Western Conference Finals? They looked really good in that first game back. Alvin Gentry's really got them running. They beat the crap out of the Rockets.
But to be fair, the Rockets look weaker than they did last year. It still looks like the Anthony Davis show.
It is the Anthony Davis show. But
I know, but that's a problem. There's
no push it forward a little more. Mirotic looks great now.
Mirotic looks fantastic.
Jrue Holiday is good. He's very good.
Wearing Rafael Nadal.
He's wearing the Nadal. He's wearing it. Jared. Look out, Rafa.
Look out.
This is going to be the Drew look.
You think you're the only guy who can get in front of a camera with a headband and adjust his crotch 30,000 times? If you ever watch a Weekend Ruiner, I didn't do this. I haven't done this on purpose, but I usually start the show by standing in front of the camera and adjusting my crotch. It's a thing that winners do, and I'm not going to apologize for it.
That's not enough to carry them. I'm just saying Anthony Davis is going to be in the MVP talks this year.
He's incredible.
He is unbelievable. As always with a lot of these stars and these outsider teams, can they get the help that they can get at the right time?
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. It's a little early to call that one.
Get to the Western Conference
I will
Finals.
say Anthony Davis does look better than ever.
Can they beat the Lakers? Can they beat the Nuggets? Can they beat the Rockets?
Maybe.
Okay. All right. On a scale of 1 to 10, Jared, how bad of a spot are the Trailblazers in right now as a franchise long term? Their salary is really high.
It's like they're one of those teams who made their push a couple years ago, and it's just like on that slow decline. I have a feeling they're paying Al-Farouq Aminu a fair amount. I mean, he's a decent player, but I hate him. Every time he comes to Phoenix, he's unbelievable. I feel so bad for Damian Lillard. Honestly, McCollum and Lillard are great shooters, but there's something that's just not cohesive about that team.
They basically have the exact same team from last year.
And you look at Damian Lillard, and it's like you get the vibe that he's kind of already given up. He still plays well, and he's an awesome player. I don't know. They could pull it together, but right now as it stands, no.
And that West is so tough as it is.
Yeah. No.
Can the Clippers find a way to lure Kawhi over to them? Jared, we talked about this last night.
Lure Kawhi?
Yeah, Kawhi wants to come to LA.
Yeah, exactly. Why would they need to lure him?
They've been reports that it's the Clippers or the Lakers. Like, it could be both. Do the Clippers have what it takes to lure Kawhi over?
I think so.
Despite the fact that they've always been the little brother.
It's hard to tell. There's hardly anyone in the league more enigmatic than Kawhi Leonard. I don't know. I don't know what kind of mindset he has. Is he a I want to be the man mindset? He goes to the Clippers. Is he I want a ring mindset? He goes to the Lakers.
The Clippers have a fantastic supporting cast if he goes there.
Yeah, Tobias Harris.
Because they don't have to trade anybody. They don't have to go trade for him. He's a free agent after this year.
Right. I say he goes to the Clippers. I'm hoping he goes to the Clippers so that he balances
the West out
a little bit more. Not that we need any more power in the West, but
right. Jared, does Devin Booker finally make his first All-Star game appearance this year?
That is contingent upon whether or not we win games, because they don't let players in that play for bad teams. He's still recovering. I'm not counting him out by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, yes, I do think that this is the year he gets in. He's got that little Nike spot. little cartoon. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
This is if we're in the East. I mean, he would own the All-Star.
Oh yeah,
but like it's
absolutely
tough to say with all the power in the West. Maybe not.
How badly do they need to go and get a point guard? There have been reports that they want to go trade for Tyus Jones.
2 games in, Isaiah Canaan has looked decent. Some decent shots. He's poised. You know, he's a kind of a veteran. Haven't gotten a chance to see Jamal Crawford run very much, but he looks terrible.
He's not a point guard.
No.
Jamal is not a point guard.
No.
He's there to make bizarre and 1 3-point shots.
If he still has that left in him, which I'm not sure he does. He looked terrible tonight. 1 game, small sample size, but still. I don't think it's like panic button. We need a point guard now. Because we still have Elliot Kobo. We could give him a shot, see how he runs. He's a rookie. I don't know. I don't think it's time to panic. I think right now it's time to see what we can get out of Mikal Bridges, see what we can get out of DeAndre, start getting some cohesiveness as a team. Because I think Canaan's a good point guard. I don't think he's bad. Right. I don't want to just jump the gun and bring in somebody, pay some guy who's not great when we could maybe wait and get somebody better. What's Damian Lillard up to?
What's Mike Conley up to?
Who?
Is it time for Memphis to trade Marc Gasol and Mike Conley and just reboot the whole thing?
Blow it up.
Utah. Who needs to step up for the Jazz this year? You got
Miles
some bizarre
Davis. John Coltrane.
Love supreme. I love supreme.
Who has to step up for the Jazz this year? Who do you think has to step up for the Jazz this year? Donovan Mitchell.
But he's already stepping up.
No,
he's the guy.
He flatlined in that last part of that series. The whole team needs to stand up. They look fine. They looked great. They were well into the playoffs last season.
And they were beating the Warriors just 2 days ago, and then they blew it in the fourth. Are they good enough where they stand?
I think so.
Ricky Rubio, Joe Ingles.
Joe Ingles is amazing.
Rudy Gobert, Derek Favors, all these guys.
Just let him go.
Dante Exum's back.
Nobody needs to stand up. Everybody on the team is putting in an adequate amount of work, I'd say.
San Antonio, will this be the year?
Skip.
The first time in 22 years that the Spurs missed the playoffs.
Don't care. Hope so.
Jared, where does Dirk rank all time? Because the Mavs, I don't even care about the Mavs this year. Their season is done already. I had 2 choices. Talk about Dirk's legacy or talk about Mark Cuban on Shark Tank. All right?
What the only 2 things. You got Doncic.
I
think he has a bald eagle with the Mason... the all-seeing eye. You see that? He's really embracing American culture a little too much. The heck is he comes with a powdered wig next week?
Okay, Luka.
Dirk's legacy? I think Dirk is a washout loser. No, I mean he was pretty great. I don't like Dirk very much. I don't like his play style. I don't like guys who are 7 feet tall and all they do is shoot. No, I mean he's unquestionably a Hall of Famer. I don't think he's on anybody's Mount Rushmore.
Power forwards. Is he top 5 power forward of all time? No.
You got, Charles Barkley.
Malone, Garnett, Duncan.
We're reaching... I mean, Duncan is a loser. Because
you're asking 2 people that really don't like Dirk Nowitzki and the things that he's done.
Ho Grant.
Reggie Evans.
What about that
guy?
Do not put Ho Grant next to Reggie Evans.
6 good fouls. Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, I was going to say Rodman.
5. Okay, Houston Rockets. Does Carmelo put them over the top?
No. He did look decent when he came in. He came off the bench. I like that. I like the humility. Maybe Chris Paul's wrangling his ego just a little bit. For the record, I am rooting for the Rockets to win the whole thing this year. But I don't know if he pushes them over the top. I don't know.
Jared, is Sacramento the saddest fan base in all of sports?
No. Cleveland.
The Browns?
People, don't forget that it was not that long ago that the Cavaliers were horrifyingly bad. Look, if we're talking about all-time Cleveland, awful.
Yeah,
because I mean, you look at Sacramento, they had the era with Peja and all that whole.
But I mean,
crew.
just recently, the past few years.
Brooklyn is maybe on the same wavelength of sad, but they don't seem to care.
I feel like Brooklyn doesn't care. Like, it's
care.
like, ooh, we're Brooklyn. Jay-Z hangs out here.
Right. He's part owner.
Like, it's weird. Like,
minority.
Nobody really cares. What's happening in Minnesota? Just like in general, like what is going to happen with this? Because Jimmy Butler has really lit the fuse.
Yeah, I haven't watched any of their games. I wanted to just to see what the interactions look like on the court.
Because Jimmy Butler, something's going to happen. Jimmy Butler's going to get traded away. He has to.
They didn't trade him.
Well,
they should. If they didn't trade him then,
okay.
You think they're going to trade him now?
If Butler will be the first domino to fall.
Right. Their Cat obviously is a career. They've locked him in. I think Jimmy Butler will be the only domino to fall because there's no reason to start hitting the panic button in Minnesota when you have Karl-Anthony Towns. No, only dominoes.
Okay. How far can Lance Stevenson take the Lakers? I'm just kidding.
All the way. To the Eastern Milky Way final. We're talking galactic basketball.
Did LeBron, he make a mistake going to the West, or is he smart in the fact that if he goes to the West, he kind of gets an early crack at the Warriors instead of meeting them at the last game of the season? Because they're saying, he's got to work a lot more because the Western Conference is so much tougher.
I really don't think him going to the Lakers was a basketball move. I think he's nearing the end of his career. He gets to go to L.A. They just have been dying for a superstar since Kobe left.
Right.
He gets to shoot Space Jam 2.
They had D'Angelo Russell.
Snitch. He's just trying to kind of slowly usher himself out of basketball and into like an acting, like celebrity identity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's already a celebrity, but that's
he's
gonna
that's 10 steps ahead.
That's gonna slingshot him, boom, into celebrityhood.
Okay, are the Thunder gonna be the odd man out in the West, or can they be the wild card that we all want them to be?
The Thunder is such a nightmare, dude. I have no idea what's going on over there.
Come on, Jared. Dennis Schroeder, Paul George,
who's like neutered. He's over there talking about Westbrook like he's the like top dog leader of the team. It's like, I'm sorry, Paul, were you not a phenomenal player?
Isn't that good though? Don't you want Paul George to say that?
That's fine. That's great. It's just weird. Like I don't get it because it's like, who's Westbrook? What you don't hear Westbrook going. Paul George and I are like, this is like our team. I'm sorry, I don't think Westbrook is like head and shoulders above Paul George.
At this point, does Russell Westbrook trust anybody? No. I think Steven Adams is the only guy Westbrook can go into that locker room and be like, I trust you.
Yeah, I think he's been hurt too much by Kevin.
Oh,
look at him slithering around.
Is Cleveland destined for 50 more years of Buns basketball?
Yeah.
Tears for Kevin.
Ow! Man, that guy got played.
Yeah, he did.
Goes to Cleveland. He got a couple rings. He didn't get played. He didn't get played. It's like when your friends invite you to like volunteer and you show up and they're like, "Hey, we're actually on our way out," but they like already slapped the name tag on his chest and he's still got to be there. And he's got to help paint the. You know what I mean? Now Kevin's just like stuck there. His friends are at a pizza place getting pepperoni bonanza and he's painting the walls of the inside of the school.
Chicago, is this the most irrelevant team in the NBA?
They're so lucky that Jordan won them 38 rings, dude, because like there's always that legacy solidified there. Nobody will ever just hate being a Bulls fan. They won't. They're so bad, but you don't even think about them. Who is the Bulls' marquee guy right now?
Lauri Markkanen, Chris Dunn.
Are you serious? Those are the first names that come to mind?
Jabari Parker.
Okay, keep going.
What happened to Washington? They were in the Eastern Conference Finals 2 years ago.
You know what happened to Washington? John Wall doesn't give a flip.
That's true.
People are like, John, they're like, please, you've got to stop like partying so much and so hard. And he's just like, I'm an adult. I can do whatever I want. He doesn't care.
Is this just him trying to like Johnny Manziel his way out of the Washington?
I don't even know, dude. I really don't know. I think he's just a really high functioning something.
Is the most underrated team in the NBA in Miami?
Ooh, I mean, they were last year. Dragic has come in to his own there. He's killing it. Whiteside is like a super dominant big man when he wants to be.
And I think they really got to him over the offseason.
Right.
Because Pat Riley was like, you are not good enough to do any of this. And Pat Riley does not get back down by anybody.
Pat Riley's hair looks at you in the eye.
Oh my God.
Back down. You back down immediately.
Jarrett Allen from Brooklyn. Does he have the best hair in the NBA?
Best hair. I can't believe that these Wayans brothers are all over the place, dude. They're all over the place. It's like they just pop up in movies and everything. They're so talented, dude.
Sticking in New York, will the Knicks be able to get Kevin Durant?
They look like Method Man?
You do look like Method Man.
Hey.
Will the Knicks be able to get Kevin Durant? You got Dave Fizdale there. Tim Hardaway's averaging almost 30 points a game over 3 games so far. Enes Kanter's just getting the double-doubles.
The war criminal, the international
man of mystery,
Interpol's #1 target.
Square Master Garden.
Now I'm nervous. Every garden I'm nervous.
Can you name 4 players from the Magic roster?
They have Bismack Bumblebee. 1. They have that one kid. I can't think of his name. Don't worry about that one. They have Aaron. What's his name? He played for the U of A. What's his name? Hold on. That's a 1.5 name. They have Vucevic. That's 2.5. Do they have Alex Burke? Do they have him? No, he's not playing for them. I don't know.
That was a no, and Bismack Biyombo does not play for them.
Oh, man, are you serious?
Biyombo's back with the Hornets, man.
Yeah, baby!
That's where it all started. Anyways, Vince Carter is starting at the age of 41 for Atlanta. Is this the most obvious tank job you've ever seen?
Dude, I don't know. They got, what's his face? Ears. Yeah, ears. Trey Parker. What's his name? That's the guy from South Park. The rookie.
Oh, Trae Young.
Trae Young. He was tearing it up the other
night.
He
lit up the Cavs last night, man.
I love Vince Carter, though. I need to watch some Hawks games. I knew this.
Starting. So keep it up, Atlanta. As long as they got that Oregon player.
Tank, baby. Rolling on through.
Can Indiana hang with Boston, Philly, and Toronto? Can they be one of the top 4 teams?
Yes, they can. Yes, they can.
They'll be fighting Milwaukee.
Yes, they can.
Does Philadelphia regress or take the next step?
Take the next step.
Markelle Fultz?
I heard Markelle Fultz. I heard that Ben Simmons has been working on his jump shot, which was...
it's Markelle Fultz.
He's the most predictable player in the league, probably, and he was still putting up decent numbers. Yes. Although, in the playoffs, they found him out.
Yeah.
They sniffed that boy out.
Yeah, Boston smoked them in the playoffs.
They smothered him.
Speaking of Boston, is this year they get to the finals?
The question is, can Boston remain healthy? That's the only question. Gordon Hayward, God bless him, that was awful.
Yeah.
That was horrible, and I hope that never happens to anybody ever again.
You got Kyrie, who's got his Lakota name now.
That's true. Kyrie, who, apologized for, leading people to believe that he's a flat earther, but then doesn't really say that he's not.
Say that he's not.
So I don't even know. Gordon Hayward's not a career injury risk, so I'm hoping that nothing. That last one was a freak thing. I'm hoping nothing like that happens. He can stay healthy. If he does, and if Kyrie does, they got a real shot because they're a great team.
They are. Should Charlotte trade Kemba Walker or just push for the playoffs? Seems like Michael Jordan and them are just desperate just to get them into the playoffs.
If they trade Kemba, they might as well.
But should they trade Kemba or no? Dude, they got Gortat. Bro.
I do like Gortat, but come on. Gortat 4 years ago? Yeah. That'd have been a good setup.
Dwayne Casey, will he prove to the Raptors that they made a mistake with the Detroit Pistons?
I don't know. That Detroit roster is pretty finicky, isn't it?
It's pretty wonky. Yeah. It's weird.
Blake Griffin. But that's weird. Blake Griffin being anywhere than the Clippers is going to be weird for at least a year.
You got Blake and Andre Drummond.
Honestly, Dwayne Casey proves them wrong if he can do almost anything good. If he can if he can take them 500, he's made Toronto look like a bunch of idiots. I think that's what's gonna take.
Okay.
Because it's a decent team, but it's a mess over there.
Right.
Assembling that.
Is this the year that Giannis wins the MVP?
No. Too many people in his way.
How many years away are we from? 2 years away?
Yeah.
Okay. Can Toronto convince Kawhi to stay?
No. They're Toronto. They're going to fold in the playoffs if they go there. It's going to be bad. There's no convincing anybody out of that.
Does Golden State get the 3-peat?
I want to say no. I don't know who's going to stop Golden State. Steph Curry's unbelievable. He really is. And then add on top of that, Kevin Durant.
Unstoppable.
He's unguardable. He pulls up from literally anywhere he wants, and he's like, I don't know his percentages exactly, but they're good.
Houston was gonna win that series. That was Houston's to win. But we're not getting into that.
Stop!
We're not getting into that.
Stop!
Okay?
Stop that!
I'm gonna take the field simply because Golden State has been way too healthy for their own good for too long. I think this is the year. I'm just saying.
Most people say this is the year when they think their team's gonna win, not when they think
This is the year that they're
gonna
gonna lose.
hurt themselves.
This is the year that somebody's gonna break an ankle. No,
plumber themselves.
I don't want to see them get injured. I would love to see them be at full strength and lose to the Rockets. I would love that.
Yeah, that's what we need. But this is our last year before it starts becoming an illegitimate loss 10 years from now. When everyone's like, but the Warriors lost to this team. And everyone's like, all the Warriors fans, all stupid Warriors fans, they're like, but they were like not as strong as they, you know what I mean? Like if they played the Warriors 2 years before that, there's no way they would have. Right. You know what I mean? So we're nearing that. It's getting shaky.
Yeah.
So,
but thanks for tuning in. For Jared, I'm Wiley. Like, subscribe, keep it clean, keep it fresh, and keep it fun. It's been the Fastbreak Kids. We'll see you next time, guys.
Dude, I keep thinking Aaron Carter.
The singer?
No, but it's Aaron
Gordon.
Gordon!